Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Siphon, coming to you with my Smite Season 5 World Championship Player Power Rankings. And with this list, I have ranked my top 20 players with a few honorable mentions. And spoiler alert, there will be no SML or SGS players in this list. One last thing, this is my personal opinion, these are my personal picks, based on the SPL regular season, along with how I think they will do given the world's meta that we all assume. With that, let's get into it. The first thing that would pop out to most people is the lack of members of Team Rival on the list. And if you asked me during the start of the fall split, all of them would have made the list. But with the rise of Obey and Energy looking back to form, there's not much room for them, and a lot of NA players have started to pick it up. I have gone on record saying that they are the best or second best team in the placement stage, and I still side with that. But with their team play being the biggest key, none of their players really stick out superstars, with Deathwalker being an honorable mention at the same time. Another one would be PandaCat and Venenu being rather low on the list, considering one of them being the Smite Season 4 World Championship MVP being Venenu, and the other one being the X Factor for the same team during the World's win being PandaCat. While I don't think either of these players are bad, I think both these players are phenomenal and can carry their teams, I just think other players have impressed me more. The last thing you can see is the diversity in rows. Every row is here, and every player has made a semifinals or finals on PC, while Cyclone Spin, being the odd man out, did however win the Smite Season 2 World Championship with Envy on Xbox with the AFK boys, plus a wild Omega sighting. So there's plenty of experience here. Moving on. Going from 10 to 4th now, there are 3 teams here that are present. We have 3 members of eUnited, we have 2 members of Energy Esports, and 2 members of Team Dignitas. 2 people I want to talk about is number 4, the mid laner for United Baskin, and number 8, Yaman, the mid laner for Energy. Now I do believe for both of these teams to have a chance to win, they are going to have to be the one to step up and carry most of the weight. As most mid laners do, they control most of the map, and most mid laners, I believe, in every World Championship has gotten the MVP, outside of, I believe, Season 2, but I don't 100% remember. Also at number 9, we have Trixtank, someone who I don't think gets enough credit for how much they contribute to their team, while he's the lowest Team Dignitas member. Being number 9 out of all the players attending Worlds is not something to scoff at. I believe Trixtank is one of the best, if not the best support in EU, and I want to see really big things coming out of Trixtank. Last but not least, we have Adapting, the Adapt King. Multi-time SPL MVP, the hard carry of Energy. While I do rate him above Yaman, and I do think Yaman is their win condition, you can always expect a very amazing showing out of Adapting, as long as he's playing carry champions. If the meta at some point shifts to more bruiser/tank focused junglers, I do believe Adapting's power level will fall, but as of right now, there are some carries and some light bruisers in the jungle, so I see good things for Adapting. Before we get into our top 3, we have some honorable mentions. We have Cyno, Paul, Deathwalker, Barracuda, Aurora, Kalas, and Aquarius. While none of these players cracked the top 20, one player I want to talk about specifically is Paul. Paul going from PC to Xbox to back to PC in the SML, now being a pro player on PC, going to Worlds, I do think we will see big things out of the mid laner for Trifecta. Now, Paul has been on the upswing ever since he came back from PC. Even when Trifecta was struggling, he was the one bright spot alongside Zapman. And I do think he has been unlocked, metaphorically to say, in this fall split, and he is constantly going up and up and up, along with his stock. And I do believe he will have at least one, if not more games, where he absolutely pop off and like 1v9s the whole entire game. It's just the type of player Paul can be. I'm really excited to see this player exceed at the SPL level and potentially at Worlds. Finally, we've made it to the top 3 of the power rankings. And surprise, surprise, they were all Team Dignitas members. Starting at number 3, we have Arkle, the AD carry of Team Dignitas. From random noob carry on Sanguine, being at sometimes the only member even talked about, to being the noob guy, the noob blood on Team Dignitas, to now being the X Factor of the possible best team in the world right now. Given his Season 4 performance and how highly he was rated, even when sometimes it was undeservedly, I do think he's the best ADC in the EU and possibly the whole entire world. And big things will come out of this player, regardless if it's a win or loss. Number 2, we have Zeros, the best mid in the world, by far, like absolutely by far. And the win condition of Team Dignitas, just like Yaman for energy, while I do rate his jungler higher than him, just because we all know we're working out the jungler, Zeros, in my opinion, in Season 4 was the best player in the world, and he's only gotten better this season. If given resources and any pressure whatsoever, he will be the reason that they win. This player, throughout his whole entire career, even when he was in the jungle, has been a top tier player, and I expect nothing less of him. Finally, the best player going into the Season 5 World Championships is the jungler for Team Dignitas, Qwilfred. There's so many things about this player that you could touch on. But the one thing I want to look at is his in-game leadership. Now, I do not know if he's the shot caller of Team Dignitas, but through his play, you can definitely tell that people are falling off of his lead. When he goes in, the team goes in. And even when the team's not with him, he can solo you down regardless of how good you think you are. His team play, his solo carry ability, his champion diversity, he literally has it all. There's almost never been such a complete player outside of maybe adapting in Season 2 and in my opinion Zeros in Season 4. We've never seen a player at this level. And I do expect, regardless of win or losses, much like Arkle, for him to pop off. I do not see him having an off game unless the opposition just absolutely pup slumps the whole entire team. Guys, that will be it for the Season 5 Power Rankings heading into the World Championships. Tell me down below, what did you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me down below. Maybe you have some people on this list I didn't have. Maybe you thought some players should be lower, some should be higher. Let's talk about it. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.